What game comes to your mind when you think of old Roblox? Natural disaster survival? Work at a pizza place? Maybe even something more niche like Robloxity or Survive a Disasters? Or even Survive a Slender Man? Well, how about Toilet Tower Defense? Okay, yeah, it's no secret at this point that Roblox's The Classic event isn't exactly the best of Roblox events. People have fond memories of what Roblox used to be back in the day, and the memories they made with games and features that no longer exist. Or at least they pretend they do. Did you know Roblox officially launched 2 months before the North American release of a Nintendo Wii and thus is just as old as interactive physics was when Roblox first released? Did you know what I'm stalling so I don't have to talk about the event? Before I get into the nitty gritty event, I want to talk about parts of the event that I did like. And for the record, this is mostly based off my own silly personal experience, so feel free to share any thoughts in the comments below. But yeah, the hub world for the classic is probably the best part of the whole event. It's chock full of references to old Roblox, such as old players, items, and even places such as Happy Home, Chaos Canyon, the old HQ, and it gives you a healthy amount of things to do as well, such as obbies, puzzles, character doors, secrets to find, and even a small race course under most of the map. This hub is also the main focus of the event, with different portals to games where you can complete tasks that reward you with ticks, a currency that buys you in-hub items, and tokens. The currency unlocks the exclusive accessories you unlock in the main hub by earning enough tokens. Both ticks and tokens are obtainable through quests in the main hub itself, which is a pretty nice incentive to get started with the event and progress further should you be interested. Every time you earn a token, your character stops moving and does this cute little dance animation, and it's wholesome. This becomes a problem later. Some of the games sponsored, such as Arsenal and the Dusty Trip, even have entirely new classic-themed events you can partake in that range from okay to surprisingly pretty decent. It's with these games in the hub where I feel like the most care and attention was put into really nailing what old Roblox was all about. It at least shows that some thought went into representing the aesthetic of old Roblox. Okay, enough beating around the bush. I think it's pretty clear to anyone who has played both this event and the hunt that the classic is literally just a hunt, but again. This time with an old Roblox reskin. Yay! Like, yeah, it's far from the most offensive way Roblox could have chosen to present this event, but you can really tell they phoned this one in and called it a day. If the premise alone wasn't enough to give it away, there's a portal in the hub itself that takes you to the hunt's old hub. Like, I don't think you can make it more blatant than that. Also, can we talk about that game selection real quick? Maybe this is just a total nitpick, and I get this is an all-experience Roblox event that they're trying to get a mix of everything in, but if you're going to call your event the classic and theme your event around 2006 to 2012 era Roblox games, then I think it's fair to find it just a bit jarring that your most classic game features Arsenal from August 2015. My current account is that old, and it only gets weirder the more you look at the list of games. Hey kids, don't you remember the hit classic Roblox game Toilet Tower Defense? Or Livetopia? Or Dress to Impress? OMG, so retro! This is disregarding the fact that you can probably list several other actually classic Roblox games that would have fit right into this theme much better. Gotta farm those premium Roblox users though. It's all especially hilarious considering some of the ones that are actually in the event have quests that have nothing to do with the theme of the event itself. Only beyond surface level references and reminders that, hey, you're participating in a classic themed event, just a little more doing what you're doing until you win one more shitcoin. Livetopia has you doing grocery deliveries for 30 minutes until it gives up and gives you your 5 tokens. Thriving Empire gives you a classic Roblox map to drive on with 2 different objectives that both give you, well, pittance in comparison to the price they're asking you for a single token. Restaurant Tycoon apparently requires you to obtain classic themed customers, except it takes, get this, literally 2 to 3 hours of your real life time on a fresh start to have them show up. And a Dusty Trip? I got to the 3rd milestone and got killed because the objective for some reason finished before I even cleared all of the enemies. The challenge was not complete, and yet the game decided to give me a token anyways, and it sits my thumb up my ass while a pirate captain dude slaps their model into mine until I die because I'm stuck in the animation I mentioned earlier. I gave up after that point because this Dusty Trip is monetized as shit anyways. Overall, I only ever played the event until I unlocked the bucket helmet. I don't know. It just looked funny, and I really didn't have any interest in the event after I unlocked it for those reasons. Oh yeah, I lied. I came back to the game after it was revealed there was a vault under the epic duck fountain that had been unlocked. Knowing where the codes were before, I hopped onto the hub world again and looked at each code number, and then I headed to the vault. Upon entering the vault, you can pull a sword in a setter, which triggers a boss fight with the evil 1x1x1x1, and it's actually not that difficult. You can even do it alone. Just make sure you train him properly, and you can probably kill him with just a Super Ball. Do you want to know what you get for piecing together this code and defeating 1x1x1x1? Absolutely fucking nothing. Thank you, Roblox. This video is already long enough, but there's still more to this event, and it somehow gets even worse. How do you do this? Do you guys remember Twin Atlas, the dev studio Roblox teamed up with to help create this event? They behaved rather unusually during this event. Let's just say they've seen this event just as lucratively as Roblox have. Do you want to know how I know? One of their developers has an experience on their profile which, upon joining, immediately tries to scam you into following each of the developers for some kind of dev-themed cake slice accessory. We don't know what this looks like because Twin Atlas aren't actually giving away anything whatsoever. They just want you to follow their developers so that they can become verified quicker. Note that only creators with a genuine following can be eligible for this anyways, which probably doesn't include artificially inflating your numbers by promising naives, not eating tablet kids you've been teleporting into your game against their will, that you'll give them an exclusive item, and then not giving it to them when they follow you. This is not even considering they've previously been called out for allowing known gamers to work within their parameters and generally allowing their most popular games to be run by people like this. I'm not even going to pretend like I know enough about Twin Atlas to make an entire video about them, but the fact that Roblox is willingly working with them just kind of feels extremely irresponsible and genuinely unsafe. Anyone who's been forcefully brought to Twin Atlas's scam is lucky they're only greedy for followers and nothing more exploitive. One last quick side note before I go to the end of the video. Remember that sword I mentioned you can pull the trigger to 1x1x1x1 boss fight? You don't get that either. Instead, Roblox wants you to pay 40,000 Robux to get it. That's $500 for a sword with a fake particle effect, and you can't make this shit up. You can also buy these timeless traveler packages made of gold that otherwise serve no cosmetic or practical function, and they're sold for 20,000 Robux. And those hats you can unlock? There's gold variants of them you can unlock if you fork up another 300 Robux. The fact you have a completely separate, more expensive tier for the exact same hats with a texture change, I think speaks volumes about Roblox's priority when it came to this event. Roblox does not care about your nostalgia for its past. Duh. I wouldn't even be surprised if they didn't do the hub themselves and mostly left that job to the Twin Atlas developers, and only gave occasional pointers where they saw fit. Roblox's main concern with this event was to make as much money as possible, per usual. They are probably completely neglecting what Twin Atlas are doing to event participants at this very moment as well. As long as they trick as many credit card kids as possible into buying exorbitantly expensive cosmetics, the event is a success. I never particularly held high hopes for this event, but now that it's over, I just kind of have to ask what the point of it even was. Was the hunt not successful enough? Did Roblox feel forced to do it again with a theme they know they would bring more people in with? Well, so what? I think it just goes to show that Roblox events just aren't worth being excited for anymore. There's so much you could do to earnestly celebrate old Roblox if they really felt like it. Hell, maybe even a legacy client if you wanted a crackpot suggestion from me. I think there's a lesson to take away from all this, in that people in the Roblox community just need to realize they can't rely on Roblox to bring back what came before. And it's time to stop pretending they ever will. It's just not worth it in the eyes of their investors. Instead, if you want something that wholeheartedly replicates Roblox during its earlier years, I'd highly recommend giving Retro Studio a play. It emulates classic Roblox clients between 2009 and 2015, and it's probably the best way to experience older Roblox games. It has a healthy player count too, so you won't ever be too lonely. But yeah, this event was kind of a waste of time, and I'm gonna go play some Build to Survive Zombies. See ya!